At what point does it get weird for someone to idolize someone for years? Is it after they've turned 21 yet still prefer to buy that box of Fruity Pebbles with their hero's face on them? Or maybe after they bought another jersey with another man's number and name on it? During my time playing football, I refused to wear anyone's number besides my own, even when it came to simple training shorts or training shirts. But I was obviously able to get past this when it came to Shaquille O'Neal.
What's up?
It's almost like taking on a different identity, a different persona. Most of us have people we idolized growing up and would love to be like. My idol even till now happens to be a giant named Shaquille, who can act, rap, and dunk. Most would argue he's much better at the dunking part compared to the other two. Over the years, I've collected lots of things related to Shaq, like jerseys, soft drinks, cards, and even Christmas ornaments. Some might call this obsession, but I think it's just normal fandom. But how did such a dominating player on the court become a dominant force in my life? Most kids would look to comic books or movies for their heroes, but my hero Shaq was in all those places and more. At about 3 years old, I developed my fandom for the Big Diesel after seeing him grant wishes as the giant genie Kazam on my television. Still one of my favorite lines in movies of all time. I am Kazam. Granted, at that age, I probably still didn't know the difference in fact and fiction, but I thought this guy was literally bigger than Jesus. Once my mom took me to Taco Bell, and I was amazed to see a life-size picture of Shaq on the door. "Look, Mama, it's Shaq," I shouted. Suffice to say that I kept going back to that Taco Bell until they took the big man down. Back when I created my first email address, I actually named it Shaq Attack after Shaq, even though it's actually misspelled. There are times I wonder if any of my family or friends thought it was weird, my infatuation with Shaquille O'Neal. I've been asked the question of if I could be friends with anyone in the world, or be anyone in the world, who would I be? Who would it be? The answer is probably obvious. Luckily, through the power of video games, I was able to do this. I used Shaq so much on the NBA games, I was able to master his horrible free throw shots. In high school, a game I played called Shaqdom let you take control of Shaq as he fought through a zombie wasteland. And I played that game so much I had the highest score in the world at one point. Although some jerks hacked the game and kind of took that away from me. I also wanted to unlock all the different jerseys for Shaq, even though they cost real money. I also lent money to a crowdfunding campaign for a sequel to Shaq Fu. Still waiting on the game, but it's in its final stages of development. I decided in order to delve deeper into my fandom, I should talk to one of the people who watched it develop with me through childhood. My mom, Jennifer Kennedy.
Right.
Did you ever think that like my idolization of Shaq growing up and even to now is like kind of weird?
No,
Wow.
because kids have idols.
Yeah, but what about now? I'm like 21 years old.
No, your idol just happened to be a superstar,
A genie.
Yeah, a
a
genie.
genie, an actor, a rapper.
So Did you ever have any idols growing up?
Yes. My dad.
Okay.
My dad's always been my idol, and he always will be.
Okay. Why was he your idol?
He was my hero.
Do you ever think it's disappointing when, like, you see people whose idols aren't their parents?
No.
I wasn't convinced by my mom's words, as mothers are usually nice to their kids and might not want to admit their fandom is weird. So I asked the one person who's honest with me always, my dad, Jackie Kennedy. When I was growing up, did you ever think it was weird, like, how much I cared about Shaq and, like, also, like, how much I idolize him now?
No, not weird. I thought he was overrated, but you know, he was for LSU, I was for Auburn. We hated him.
Did you ever have anybody you idolized growing up?
Basketball wise,
Anyways.
Jackie Klein played for McAdoy. Actually played at Alabama. I don't know if it was the name Jackie or he played with the Birmingham Steelers. He actually wore the right number, 73, and I always thought that was cool. Other than that, not really.
Anybody you kind of like idolize now?
Probably Tracy Rocker. He did it right.
And before I had the chance to backhand him upside the head for his Shaq comments, my dad headed off to work. Well, I may never find the true answer on if my fandom is normal. Maybe it's somewhere in the middle. But I feel that Shaq has been there with me ever since I was a kid. And I feel like I've been there with Shaq from when he was winning the MVP and championships with the Lakers to retiring in green with the Boston Celtics. He developed my love for basketball today, including the way I play the game. Someday, hopefully I can teach my kids that there's nothing wrong with being a fan of somebody and looking up to them, so long as you can remember to stay true to yourself. I may not have all the Shaq jerseys and Shaq cards and everything related to Shaq, but I'm still a big fan of the big man. Can you dig it?
Shaq attack, where's our hook, black? Yo, we don't need that. Now it's time for me to get.
So it goes 33 for Shaq's high school, which I guess is Cole High School, 33 for LSU, 32 for the Orlando Magic, 34 for the Lakers, 32 for the Heat, 32 for the Suns, 33 for the Cavs, and then 36 for the Celtics. And that's my code.